Welcome everyone. This is a flowing sequence to take care of your back, particularly focusing on strengthening the core, the internal, the external obliques, strengthening the back muscles as well as releasing the back muscles. So we'll do quite a lot of core focus and we do some twisting to release. We'll start in a child's pose. If your knees or your hips are sensitive, you may want to start with a blanket folded underneath your shins so that this becomes more comfortable. As you come down, make sure the forehead can rest on something and the sitting bones are resting on something. So if there's a gap here, place a bolster or a rolled up mat or a blanket, cushion, whatever you have handy in between. And then resting down, take your arms down by your side. Allow the shoulders to relax. Adjust so this becomes really comfortable. And then just take a few deep breaths here. Notice how the breath is flowing into the lower back. So with each inhale, there is this expansion in the lower back. With each exhale, there is a softening and releasing. Allow the breath to be full and deep. Allow the mind to be consciously connected to what you're doing, being present with your experience just as it is right now. So this sequence can work well for some mild lower back pain. This is also great practice to do regularly, at least once a week. With your next inhale, reach your arms forward, crawl forward through the fingertips. Take an inhale and lengthen, lift the spine away from the thighs slightly. And then exhale, walk your hands over to your left side. So you're taking it into a side stretch. Take the left hand a little closer to you, hand flat to the floor, and then crawl forward and through to the left with your right fingertips so that you feel the stretch from the right sitting bone, which remains grounded, all the way to the right fingertips. Breathing here. Keep the left shoulder lifted, don't collapse there. And then with your next inhale, lift your hips up, bring the right shoulder down, come onto your left fingertips and bring the side of your head down. So you're now in more of a twist shape with the hips over the knees, and then draw the left sitting bone back so that the hips are squaring. Float the left arm up if this is comfortable, or keep the fingers on the floor for support. Free the top shoulder if the arm is lifted. Keep drawing the left hip back. Take a big inhale here. And then exhale, release the left hand down. Press down into the left hand. Inhale, press up to all fours. Place your wrists underneath the shoulders. And exhale, round your spine and hug the belly in. Push the floor away. Take the reverse action on the inhale, tip the pelvis forward, let the back bend ripple through the spine, hug the triceps back, keep the elbows a little soft, and then exhale again, rounding the spine, cat stretch. Inhaling, reversing the action, and imagine that you can feel the articulation between each vertebra and the next. And exhale again, rounding the spine. One more time, inhaling and exhale, rounding. Use your abdominal muscles. And then inhale, come into a neutral all four stance, and exhale, press back and into a child's pose. Crawl your fingers forward, make the sides of the body long, take an inhale, and then exhale, walk your hands over to your right side. Take it into a side stretch over that right thigh. Take the right hand closer to you. Place the hand flat on the floor for support so that you can really focus on lengthening from the left hip to the left fingertips. Left fingertips crawling forward and over to the right slightly. Breathing into the left side of the rib cage. Keep the top shoulder back, don't collapse. And then to come into the twist, lift the hips, lower the shoulder and bring the side of the head down, and then press into the right fingertips to turn and open to the right side a little more. You can take the right thumb to the hip crease and help ease the hip back, and then maybe float the right arm up towards the ceiling, lifting and freeing that top shoulder, breathing deeply, being conscious of how this feels, every single movement. Make sure there is no pain in the body. And then exhale, release. Press the right hand down, come up to all fours, and then exhale, rounding the spine. Now take it into a bit of a circular movement, inhaling and exhaling as you go along, circling the spine, and again just noticing how this feels, staying away from any zones of discomfort or pain in the lower back, but otherwise just opening into movement, freeing the spine, taking it the other direction. Good, and then from here, slip your knees back a little bit. Lean forward, bring the shoulders over the wrists. Notice how this feels in the wrists. Again, make sure there is no pain there. And then look forward, lean forward, come all the way down onto your belly in slow motion. Stack your hands on top of each other, bring your elbows wide. Take the forehead onto the stacked hands. And then move the hips side to side very lightly and keep the body really relaxed so that the movement can ripple through the whole body. Very soothing. And then come back to center, activate your legs, reach the big toes back. Take an inhale and lift the left leg up behind you. Exhale, take the leg out to the side. Keep both hips grounded, the front of the hip bones down. Inhale back to center. Exhale out to the side. Inhale to center, exhale to the side. Inhale to center, and then exhale, release the left leg down. Same on the right, inhaling, lift up. Exhale, take the leg out to the side. Inhale to center, exhale out. Inhale to center, exhaling out. Inhale to center. Exhale, release the right leg down. Take the hands underneath the shoulders, tuck your toes under, and then bring the seat back to the heels. Lift your knees off the ground, but keep the seat pretty close to the heels and lengthen the spine. So you're moving the sitting bones back and slightly up, but the knees are deeply bent. And then wrap the triceps in towards each other. And then from here, start to extend the legs, but keep that length and spaciousness in the spine, and the legs don't ever have to be completely straight. Knees can stay bent if the lower back is tight or the hamstrings are tight. So we're focusing on spaciousness and length in the spine. And then as you're in downward dog, hug the belly in towards the spine. Feel that support of Uddiyana Bandha, the muscular action of that. Lift lightly through the pelvic floor. And then on an inhale, come forward and into a plank pose. Lengthen your stance a little so that the whole body is in a straight line. Shoulders are directly over the wrists. Feel the buoyancy of the pose supported by the abdominal muscles. Feel that action. Take an inhale and then exhale, tuck the chin in and round the upper back, round the space between the shoulder blades. Inhale, come into a neutral plank. And then exhale, chin in and round. It's like a cat stretch, like the rounding and cat stretch. Inhale, come into a plank pose. And then once more, exhale, rounding, really hugging in, pushing the floor away. Inhale, come back to plank. And then exhale, bring the knees down, gaze slightly ahead, lean forward, lower all the way onto your belly. Extend your legs behind you. And this time, reach your arms back, and if you can, interlace your fingers. And then keep the elbows a little bit bent, separate the wrists away from each other, take an inhale and lift the chest, roll the shoulders back, press the tops of the feet into the ground, all the way to the little toe, finding your breath here. So this is great work to strengthen the back muscles. Take another inhale, maybe lift it a little higher. And then exhale, release down. Take your elbows down, so come onto your forearms, so you're in a Sphinx pose. The forearms are parallel with each other, the shoulders are directly over the elbows. Tuck your toes under, lift the knees, hug the belly in, come up into a forearm plank. So again, that buoyancy, the support through the core, the abdominal muscles. And then imagine you could pull your elbows back towards you. So isometrically pull them back. And this targets particularly the internal obliques. Keep breathing, don't hold the breath. And then push your elbows away from you. And this targets the external obliques a little bit more. Stay buoyant, keep breathing. Take an inhale here. And then exhale, slowly bring the hips down. Point your toes and then draw the shoulders back and lift the breastbone forward. So you're in a Sphinx just for a moment. If this is a little bit much for your lower back, then take your elbows wider, come a little further forward. So always working within a range that is comfortable and not hurting your body, being respectful in your practice. And then lower down, take the hands underneath the shoulders, tuck your toes under, press the seat back to the heels, lift your knees just an inch or two off the ground and press your seat back and away from you. Hug the triceps in and then from here press it up into a downward facing dog and eventually releasing the heels towards the floor. They may never touch the ground and it really doesn't matter. So you're back in downward dog, hugging the navel back towards the spine. Then with your next inhale, walk your feet forward towards the hands, bend the knees as much as you need to. And then exhale, soften the knees and fold into a forward bend. Relax the neck completely. Place your hands on your shins. Inhale, straighten the legs, straighten the spine, straighten the arms. Roll the shoulders back. Hands could even be on your thighs. And then exhale, soften the knees, fold forward, relax the head. Inhale, straighten everything, lift the spine halfway. And exhale, soften and fold. Last time like this. Inhale, lengthen and lift halfway. And exhale, fold it in. Inhale, lengthen and lift halfway. Keep the shoulders back, keep the belly in. Exhale, take the hands onto the hips. And then shoulders back, inhale, lift all the way up to stand. And exhale, release the arms down by your side. Knees pointing straight ahead of you. Feet can be slightly separate or together, whatever feels best. And then inhale, reaching the arms up and overhead. Lift the gaze, see the thumbs. Exhale, fold forward. You can soften the knees here. Inhale, lengthen the spine, roll the shoulders back. Belly in. Exhale, fold in again. And then bend your knees deeply. Inhale, reach the arms, chair pose, Utkatasana. Belly stays in. And then exhale, bend a lot through the knees, round the spine so that you can roll all the way down and onto your back. Take the arms either side of the body, palms down. Maybe slip the feet a little closer. Inhale, curl the tailbone under and slowly peel the spine off the ground. And then with the exhale, also really slowly, vertebra by vertebra, sinking back down. Use your core muscles to really slow down the descent. Tailbone touching down last, and then inhale, curling the tailbone under. So it's not about a back bend, it's about mobilizing the spine. And then exhale, slowly come back down. So the weight of each vertebra at a time, releasing back onto the ground. And then one more time, inhaling, curling the tailbone under, lifting the hips, peeling the spine off, and then exhale, reversing that action. So as if there is a little weight attached to each vertebra that pulls it down and into gravity. And then from here, inhale, lift the right leg up towards the ceiling. And exhale, lower the right leg down, let it hover just above the ground. Inhale, lifting the right leg up, and exhale, lower it down. Press the lower back firmly towards the ground, so you're really using your core muscles. Inhale, lifting the leg up. Exhale, lower. If it's okay for the neck, you can lift the head and the chest here. Lift the arms away from the body. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, lowering down. One more time, inhale, lift. Keep pressing the lower back down. Exhale, lower the leg. Inhale, lift it. And then exhale, place the foot down, release the head down, release the arms down. Inhale, lift the left leg up. And exhale, press the lower back down as you bring it to hover just above the ground. Inhale, lifting the leg. And exhale, lowering down. Inhale, lifting, and now the option to lift the arms and lift the head, exhaling. Only if that doesn't cause any strain in the neck. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, lowering. Inhale to lift. And then exhale, place the foot down, place your arms down. Press the feet into the ground. Inhale, lift your hips, peel the spine off, reach the arms up and overhead so that the fingers touch the ground behind you. Lift high onto your shoulders so that the whole spine, including the neck, lift off the ground. And then on the exhale, slowly come down, bring your arms up. And then with the inhale, tuck the chin in and curl up to sit. Allow the feet to lift off. And then if it feels supportive for the lower back, hold the backs of the legs. Otherwise, arms either side of the legs. See if you can bring the shins parallel to the floor into a Navasana, boat pose variation. Keep the collarbones really broad, the spine very straight, no rounding there. Keeping the breath. And then you're always welcome to smile here. And then from here, place your feet down. Push the fingertips into the ground. Inhale, Utkatasana, reach your arms up. And then exhale, stand tall and release the arms down by your side. Now cross your left foot over the right. Bend both knees so they're tucking into each other. The left heel stays lifted so you're on your tiptoes. Left hand to hip. Inhale, reach the right arm up. And exhale, take the hand to the outside of the thigh, other hand to the lower back for support. Belly in, inhale. And then exhale, twist to the left. Stay here or come lower, sliding the arm along the outside of the thigh so that the elbow comes across, and then place your hands together. Press the top hand down, forearms in a straight line, free the top shoulder up. Breathe here. With your next inhale, come back up and unravel. And exhale, feet next to each other. And then change sides. Take the right foot across, bend your knees, right hand to hip. Inhale, lift the left arm up. Exhale, hand to the outside of the thigh, other hand to the lower back. Twist and turn. Staying with this or sliding the arm further across so that the elbow can hook over the top thigh, placing the hands together. Push the top hand down and that'll help to lift the top shoulder up, and then breathing. Take an inhale and come up and unravel. And exhale, place the feet together or hip distance. Inhale, reaching the arms up and overhead, belly in, gaze up. Exhale, fold into a forward bend. Inhale, lengthen the spine, roll the shoulders back, and exhale, belly in as you fold it down again. Bend your knees, inhale, Utkatasana, reach the arms. Keep the navel back towards the spine as you sink the hips down, round the spine, and then roll all the way onto your back. Arms down, palms down. Lift the shins so they're parallel with the floor, knees over the line of the hips. Inhale, lift the right leg up, straighten it. And exhale, lower it down. Keep pressing the lower back into the ground. Inhale, lift the right leg up. And exhale, lower. So we're progressively deepening into the core work. Inhale, lift up. And then exhale, lower. If you want to lift the arms, head and chest, go ahead. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, lowering. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Last one, inhaling. Exhale. Inhale, lift the leg. Exhale, bring the shins parallel, head down, arms down by your side. Inhale, straighten the left leg. And exhale, lower it down. Press the lower back down. Inhale, lifting. And exhale, lowering. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower if you want. Lift the arms, lift the head. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Inhale, lifting. And then exhale, bring the shins parallel with the floor. Now really press the lower back down into the ground. Extend the legs and let them hover just above the ground. Breathe. And then inhale, bend the knees, lift them up. Exhale, place the feet onto the ground. Press the soles of the feet down. Inhale, peel the spine off the floor, reach the arms up. Press the shoulders down to make a cushion so that the spine can lift away from the ground. And then exhale, slowly peel the spine back down. Lift your arms up. Inhale, curl up to sit. Lift your feet off the ground. Use a little bit of rocking if needed. You can hold the backs of the legs if you want to. Inhale, straighten the right leg as much as you can. And exhale, bend the right knee. Inhale, straighten the left leg. Try and keep the thighs next to each other. Exhale, releasing. Inhale, straighten right. Exhale, release. Keep the collarbones broad. Inhale, left. Exhale, release. One more round each side. Inhale, right. Exhale, release. Inhale, left. And exhale, bend. Tuck the heels right in. Inhale, Utkatasana. Feel free to use your hands behind you. And exhale, stand tall and release the arms down by your side. Feet together, bend the knees. Inhale, Utkatasana. Sweep the arms up. Exhale, twist to your left. Take the right elbow across. I like to press my left hand into the left thigh to help me cross over a little more tightly. Place the hands together, forearms in a straight line, and then move the left hip back. Keep the hips squaring forward and keep your knees together. Stay here, or if it feels comfortable, expand your arms out in opposite directions. And then free the top shoulder and keep squaring the hips. And then take an exhale to look down. Inhale, reach the arms through the center line, Utkatasana. Keep the navel in. And exhale, twist to your other side. Again, you could use the right hand to press into the thigh as you get the left elbow across. And then as you bring the hands together, rearrange your hips. Knees in a straight line. If you wish, expand your arms in opposite directions. Free the top shoulder. And then exhale, look down. Inhale, Utkatasana, belly in. Exhale, sink even more deeply through the hips, round the spine, come all the way onto your back. Separate the feet slightly, maybe slip the heels a little closer. Inhale, peel the spine off the ground, reach the arms up and overhead. And then with the exhale, slowly roll the spine back down, bring the arms back down. Now take an inhale and lift the knees so they're over the line of the hips, shins parallel with the floor. And then exhale, lift the head and the chest. Extend your legs so you're in Ardha Navasana, a low boat pose. Take an inhale. Exhale, bend the knees and sit up. And we're going to do this a few times now. We're going to speed up the breath, going between half boat and boat pose. And you can build up to this. So start with maybe 5 and then build up. We take 15. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. Inhale, lower, exhale, lifting. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhale, 10. Inhale, 9, inhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down. Well done, guys. Good. Placing the feet down. And then when you've recovered from this little and when you've recovered from this little exploration, take an inhale, press the feet down, lift the hips up, reach the arms up and overhead, and then exhale slowly, bring the spine back down. Keep the arms lifted, inhale, curl up to sit, bring the legs together, lift the feet off the ground, roll the shoulders back, lift the shins so they're parallel with the ground, or straighten the legs all the way for Navasana. Smiling is always great in this pose. I like to quote Mr. Iyengar here. He says, don't strain your brain as you stretch your body. So breathing. And then exhale, bend the knees and release the feet down. And then straighten your right leg. Bring the left knee into the chest and take the left foot to the outside of the right knee. Hold on to the top knee with the right hand. Lengthen the spine. Inhale. And then exhale, turn towards that front leg. And you can prop yourself on your fingertips behind you. You could slip the front elbow around the knee and stay with this. If it feels nice to deepen the stretch, you can take the elbow to the outside of the thigh. Keep lifting through the chest. With each inhale, there is a sense of lengthening and growing through the top of the head. With each exhale, there is maybe the possibility to turn a little bit deeper into the twist. With your next inhale, look forward. And then exhale, derotate the spine lightly over to the other side. Keep the spine upright. Take an inhale and come back to center. Exhale, place the sole of the left foot inside the thigh. Take the knee out to the side, and if there is any discomfort in the knee, prop it up on a cushion. You can take the foot further away from the groin if that makes sense. Take an inhale and lengthen the spine. You can move the flesh back from underneath the sitting bones or even sit on a book here. And then exhale, fold forward. So you're aiming for the navel to reach the knee. So sometimes it actually feels quite nice to support the rib cage and ease it forward. So you don't want to round. You want to lift all the way from the base. And then you can place your hands on the shin or the foot, or even reach beyond the foot. Find your breath here. So imagine you're just giving your spine a huge big stretch out, so it doesn't matter how far down you are. Take an inhale and lengthen the spine, and then with the exhale, sit up tall, release your hands. Lift the left knee, extend the left leg, bend the right knee, step the foot to the outside of the left knee, and then hold on to the top knee with the opposite hand. Lengthen the spine, inhale, and then exhale, twist. Prop yourself up on the right fingertips behind you, and then maybe hugging the front elbow around the knee, maybe taking the front elbow to the outside of the thigh, and using the arm as a lever to help you twist, at the same time pressing the leg into the arm. And then finding that dynamic again of lifting on the inhale and turning on the exhale. Take an inhale and look forward. And then with the exhale, there is a soft derotation, keeping the spine upright. Inhale back to center. Exhale, take the right sole of the foot inside the left thigh. Use props as they're useful. Inhale, lengthen the spine, maybe even lifting the lower rib cage. And exhale, fold forward, holding the shin, the foot, reaching beyond the foot. Keeping the shoulders back, moving the breastbone forward. And of course, it's always fine to keep that knee micro bend. You could think about pulling the heel back to you, and that releases the hamstring a little and makes it a little more accessible to come into the forward bend. Inhale, lengthen the spine, and then with the exhale, sit back up. Lift the knee up. Extend both legs. Shift your seat forward a little so that you can lie down. And then you may want a bolster or a blanket or a cushion to place between your legs to make the supine twist very comfortable. Take your arms out at shoulder height. Press your feet down. Lift the hips and shift them over to the right. And then take the knees close to the chest and drop them over to the left. Placing maybe the bolster between your legs. Some people are comfortable without, and you can just have the legs together. Or if it's comfortable, you can even cross the top leg over the bottom leg. Press the back of the head down, soften the shoulder blades into the ground. And if it's comfortable for the neck, you can turn the head over towards the right shoulder, soften the gaze or close your eyes. Let gravity help you release into the pose. Legs heavy. If it's more grounded, you can weigh the legs down with the left arm, softening into this shape. And then with an inhale, turn the head back to center. Bring the legs up, place the feet on the ground, shifting the hips back to center. And then shift the hips over to the left, just a couple of inches or so. Take the knees close to the chest so they're at least navel height. Use the support of a bolster if that feels comfortable. Or keep the legs together or cross the top leg over the bottom leg. And then maybe pressing the head down, flattening the shoulder blades, turning the gaze towards the left, closing your eyes, relaxing into this pose. So this can be a great pose to relieve mild back pain. And you can stay here for a good number of breaths, maybe 25 breaths, maybe 5 minutes. You can set a timer. And I do this a lot when I have mild back pain, so I'll try and stay as long as I have time for on each side. So for today, just staying a couple more deep breaths. With an inhale, turn the head back to center, unravel through the legs, lift up, place the feet down, and then shift the hips back to center, maybe even move them slightly so they find their center place. Take the feet pretty wide, drop the knees in towards each other, place your hands on the body, maybe one hand on the belly, one hand a little higher up. Relax the shoulders, take a deep breath in to the hand on your belly. Expand the breath into the other hand and all the way up to the top of the chest, the collarbones, and then exhale, release completely. Do this 2 more times, full body breaths, inhaling into the belly, into the heart area, all the way up to the top, filling the body, and then exhale, release. Last time, inhaling. Exhaling. And then stay here with the knees lifted if that feels most comfortable for the lower back. It can release a little bit more into the ground here. Or you can use your bolster or a cushion or whatever you have handy to place it underneath the knees to give the lower back a little bit of support. And then relax down, again flattening the shoulder blades, opening the shoulders so that the palms face up, and then resting into Shavasana. Letting the breath settle and come back to a natural flow. Let the body relax. Let the muscles soften and release. Absorbing the effects of the practice. Stay here for as long as you have time. Thank you very much for joining me today. Namaste.